The business process we automate with our demo case requires sending notification messages to customers and to the process owner for all invoices issued based on the data stored in a file. To do this, we added on the canvas a ForEach action. Because we want to send different notifications based on the invoice's status, we added a Decisional Action, and we added a Join action at the end, because no matter the type of notification sent, we want to inform the process owner about the status of the process. In this video, you will learn how to set up those actions. Let's start with ForEach. When we select it, the configuration window opens on the right. First thing, we select the list we want to iterate through. In our case is the data model variable we created in the previous step, invoice list. Next, we give a name to the internal variable that we will use for each iteration. Last, we add the value for the action timeout, which is the maximum number of seconds the action is allowed to run. For our case, we write 550. That's it. We close the window, and if we check the variable list, we can see that the invoice variable was added here. We are going to use it to set up the decisional action. We click on it, and we can see that there are two cases there that are not configured yet. To configure them, we will create first the default compare date variable. Please add the date we used in the default value field if you're using the Excel file we provided. Otherwise, the process might not execute both branches. In other use cases, it could be the current date or a date that you get from another system, but just use what we used for this demo. After creating the variable, we get back to the decisional action to configure it. We select Case 1, and in the Conditional Builder section, we choose the due date attribute of the variable invoice, the one we created when we set up the ForEach action. Then we select Greater Than, and in the last field, we choose the newly created variable, Default Compare Date. We close the window, and we configure the Case 2 branch the same way, but instead of Greater Than, we select Less Than. We close the window, and we are done. Some of you probably realised that we didn't cover the equal to situation. It was on purpose to test if you're paying attention. Nothing will happen when the due date is the same as the default compare date, and the next iteration will be executed. The last action to mention in this video is Join. We use it to unify the branches because another send email action will be executed no matter the branch. We do not need to configure anything here. In this video, we configured the ForEach and the decisional actions. Now it's time to set up the Call API and the Send Email actions, so please jump to the Credentials Manager video.